captains you ever had.
And that was the applause the crew of the U.S. aircraft carrier Theodor Roosevelt gave to their captain, Brettt as he was leaving the ship for the last time. This week, he wrote a letter to 20 to 30 people in the leadership of the U.S. Navy requesting help to battle the outbreak of the coronavirus on his ship. There, at the time he wrote the memo, was over 100 sailors that were infected and tested positive for the coronavirus. Now, that ship has 5,000 people on it, and he wrote this memo because it seems he felt that was the last thing he could do. Because he wasn't getting the help that he needed to take care of these sailors on this ship and keep them from all getting the coronavirus. In fact, he said in the memo, "We're not at war. These sailors don't need to die." He said, "If we don't act now, we are failing to properly take care of our most trusted assets, our sailors." And this is true. Without sailors having high morale and being healthy, a military or Navy can't function. And for writing this letter, he was fired from being the captain of the USS Theodor Roosevelt. And that's why those sailors are cheering him when he's leaving, because they look at him as their hero, because they're now getting the help that he asked for. And some of you know that I myself used to be in the U.S. Navy, and I was on an aircraft carrier as well, the USS Kitty Hawk. I was stationed in Japan, and I have been on the aircraft carrier when we were docked in Guam, like the USS Theodore Roosevelt is. And I know what it's like being on an aircraft carrier when there's an outbreak of a virus or an infection of some type. I've seen people working the equipment, throwing up, you know, and it's very hard to work in that situation when there are people that sick around you. And with the coronavirus, this can be a lot worse. People would have died if he wouldn't have stepped up. Sailors would have died. And now he's been fired for this. And as I said, me being in the US Navy, I realized when he made that memo, he knew he was going to send it out to 20 or 30 people not in his direct chain of command. So he, as every other person in the Navy, knew that if someone writes a letter like that and does not send it to their direct chain of command, there's probably going to be some shit happen for it. I mean, it's well known, if you go around your chain of command, you're gonna have some problems. And he took that risk and he knew what was gonna happen, but he saved lives, that's for sure. He definitely saves lives because he wasn't getting the help to protect his sailors, so he took the extra step to put himself in harm's way, in his career in harm's way, because now his career is over. The acting secretary of the Navy, Thomas Moldley, who fired him, said, "Oh, he's not being kicked out of the Navy, he's going to be reassigned," you know, trying to play it out as it's not that big of a deal. But the fact is, a captain being fired from being the captain of an aircraft carrier, his career is over. He's never going to go up in ranks again, unfortunately, but he saved lives. I'm sure he can sleep well at nights knowing that he did something to protect his sailors. He was in charge of those 5,000 people, and he did everything he could to protect them. And the whole situation is just kind of a cluster, because also the President Trump was asked about the situation and asked if it was a punishment for the captain speaking out and voicing his opinions on protecting his people and the sailors not getting the protection that they need. And Trump said, oh no, that's not the case. What is a punishment? It wasn't a punishment at all. Doesn't agree that it was a punishment. And the fact is, it was a punishment because he did not stay in his chain of command, direct chain of command. But he didn't stay in his direct chain of command because he knew that it wouldn't do anything. He knew that he had to get it to more people, and that's who he sent it to. It's reported 20 or 30 people received the memo. Now, there's no evidence saying he's the one that leaked it to the press, but he is fired for writing that memo nonetheless. So I urge you, have a look, do some research about this. Don't take my word for it all, and let me know, write in the comments what you think about the situation. Should he been fired or not? And let me know if you like this format of, I don't know what to call it, couch reporting, but I don't usually make these reports like this, so I wanted to kind of tell you what my thoughts were on this situation, because it kind of hit a little bit close to home as me being a former U.S. Navy sailor as well. So write me in the comments if you have any questions, and let me know if you want me to continue this format like this. And of course, also check out my other reports. Right now I'm in Rostov, Russia, and I'm doing reports here on the coronavirus lockdown, as they call it here. As you can see, there's quite a few many people on the streets. So I'm showing you a lot of information what's going on in Russia with the coronavirus. Also in the Donetsk, I've got my team there reporting on the conflict there. So check out my videos and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And of course, please like this video, because it really helps YouTube know that people like it, so YouTube will show it to more people. Yeah, that's how the algorithm works. They need to see you click like to know that people want to see this video. But wish you guys all the best, and remember, this coronavirus isn't any joke. If you haven't gotten your family ready for the things that might happen, stock up on food in case stores close. Just get your family ready. Don't wait till the last minute. We're ready here. We're stocked up for at least a couple of months, so you should do the same. Don't get caught out in the cold when all the food's gone, if all the food is gone. And like this video, subscribe, and share it across all social media. I'll see you next time.